Welcome to Sounds Sketchy, a collection of animated comedy sketches which we hope will amuse you. All the sketches were written by Gamit Matu, and he prefers working with animation because real actors frequently turn up late and forget their lines. We, mere avatars though we are, never do. But let's get on with the show by joining two old gentlemen as they converse in the park.
That Hitler, he wasn't a German, you know.
No, he was.
Chinese. That lank black hair hanging over his forehead gave him away. Very oriental. Wouldn't find that on an Aryan Superman.
But he didn't have Chinese eyes.
Devious. He was, right devious. Had his Air Force, the Luftwaffe, blow my grandma's head off when they bombed the town. She never forgave him.
What was it he had against us anyway?
I don't honestly know, Sam, but I'm guessing that maybe we beat Werder Bremen in the European Cup and he wasn't well pleased.
Didn't know Hitler was a football man.
Bit of a midfield general in his day, so they say.
Still, game of football doesn't seem like much of a reason to start a world war.
Well, he wasn't right in the head, was he?
Bad career choice, I'd say, that fascist dictator thing.
My dad tried it the once, in an amateur kinda way, but he couldn't master the shouting.
Ah, the sins of our forefathers.
Didn't the forefathers had 3 sisters though?
Oh, whatever happened to them?
My mother sold them into slavery, on account of the recession.
Lucky girls. There's a lot to be said for slavery.
How's that?
Well, ye wouldn't have to bother about income tax for a start, cause ye wouldn't have any income.
True, true.
And then there's accommodation and meals and clothing, all supplied.
But what about the chains and the overworking and the beating?
I never said it was a perfect system.
Ah, perfection. That's what I've strived to achieve all my life, Sam.
And how far along are ye?
Just achieving mediocrity. I'm the bee's knees at that.
It's ambitious you are, Matt, and they can't touch you for it.
They wouldn't dare. I have a social worker, good-looking girl.
You shouldn't be thinking about such things, Matt. It's bad for your digestion.
Speaking of which, what has your missus got planned for the dinner tonight?
She was thinking of tandoori lasagna. That's fusion cuisine.
We're having cod and chips. That's fishing cuisine.
You've no sense of adventure, Matt. You're a fearty.
I'm not. Did I not once challenge Big Bella McCready to a square go?
When she was in the hospital with a broken leg.
It's the thought that counts.
Very good. The old guy with the hat looked like my granddad and the one with the glasses like my Auntie Maud. But that just goes to show the strange world we live in, a world that is changing all the time as new technology takes over. So, with reference to that, here is a cautionary tale.
Show me your panties, Mrs. Brown.
I beg your pardon.
Show me your panties. I wish to see your underwear.
You're crazy. You're a robot. Why would you want to see my panties?
Because I think you are hot.
Hot. Hot. I'm not hot. I'm a librarian.
I disagree on your hotness. You excite my circuits immensely.
Well, I've never managed to excite a real man.
I am far superior to a real man and could make you happy.
But I have a husband.
Mere flesh and blood. You haven't lived till you've had some hot metal.
Oh my.
I could satisfy you completely with my well-oiled mechanical parts.
You are a very naughty robot.
Run away with me, Mrs. Brown, and enjoy my metal embrace. My chromium-plated kisses.
Oh, stop it. What could you possibly do for me?
If my batteries are fully charged, I can go all night.
I'll get my coat.
You've got to wonder what their kids will look like, a cross between RoboCop and the Terminator, I'd guess. And then, when they grow up, they'll need to look for a job. Which leads us to...
What do you think about me being an air stewardess, Mom? No way, they're all prostitutes, doing it all the time, with pilots and passengers and probably ground crew as well. What about a casino croupier then? Sluts, every one of them, having it off with filthy gamblers. Ballet dancer? Disgusting tarts, flashing their panties to all and sundry. A nurse. Disgusting whores, constantly fondling men's parts as they lie in their hospital beds. A shop assistant. Bimbos that serve every man that comes along. What would you suggest then? Look, Faye, if you're determined to be a hooker, you should talk to your Aunt Janet. She's made a good living out of it.
She probably ended up working in Tesco, and maybe there she would meet her true love, because you never know where that's going to happen. Take this young lady, sitting quietly in a cafe.
Hey, you're alright. You're so beautiful that I'm dressing you with my eyes, as I can't handle the thought of seeing you with no clothes on.
Get away with you. I am but a poor maiden of limited quality.
Not a bit of it. You are right lovely, a babe.
What are you after, my man?
I shall be plain with you, darling. I wish to take your hand in marriage.
Just my hand. What about the rest of me?
Oh yeah, that too, especially the wobbly bits.
Do you have the spirit to love one such as I?
I've got a bottle of Bacardi at home.
Do you plight your troth then?
I refuse to. It's a disgusting habit.
I'm waiting for my knight in shining armor.
Shining armor. I can get that. They're on sale down at the market.
Will you shower me with compliments and gifts?
I'm more of a drizzle man myself.
I cannot do it, for I vowed to my parents before they died when run over by a runaway rhinoceros at the zoo, that I would not wed save to a great man.
And what would a great man be all about?
Well, like someone who had achieved great things.
I crossed the road without looking once.
I must have more.
So, running a successful window cleaning business wouldn't count.
Oh no, that's common. Anybody could do that. I want greatness.
Could you be a bit more specific?
Have you conquered any towering mountains, slain any fire-breathing dragons?
Can say that I have, but I once reversed into a bus. That must count for something.
A nobleman would draw his great sword and slay monsters for me.
Monsters. Hey, I'm brave, but not that brave.
No, no, you are not worthy of me.
You hang about, little lady, and don't go marrying anybody else. I'm off to do great deeds.
Someday my prince will come. I must check the bus timetables. Did you achieve greatness?
No, I went to a carpet shop looking for a flying model, suitable for adventures, but it was shut.
Begone then.
You really are a cheap trollop, aren't you?
How dare you?
Sitting here, waiting for some hero to sweep you off your feet, when there's a hot window cleaner available.
You are far below me, for I am a princess of the Golden Realm.
No, you're not. You're Betty Smith from Burnham Avenue.
No, I'm not. I'm Princess Clorinda of the mythical land of Belluvia.
Fairy dairy land, more like.
Thou art no gentleman, sire. Honestly, Bob, you're rubbish at role play.
I think that Iara sort of gave things away, but what do I know? Now we go the opposite end of the spectrum, the battlefield.
Now, you soldier, stop that at once.
You what?
I'm Major Disaster, the health and safety officer for the regiment, and I haven't made an assessment of this battlefield yet.
Health and safety officer.
Yes, indeed. The health and safety of our armed forces is of paramount importance. Now, what are those things you're using?
Rifles. They're rifles.
And what are their purpose?
Shooting at the enemy.
With what aim?
To kill them. Dead. That's what we do.
Ah yes, rifles. No, we can't do those. Far too noisy. Imagine the damage they could do to your eardrums.
But what are we meant to fight with?
Don't you have some quieter weapons?
We got grenades.
No, they go bang. Frightful noise.
We got bayonets.
Ah yes, bayonets. Nice quiet killing implements. Those would do nicely.
Only the enemy would shoot us dead with their rifles if we charged them with our bayonets.
Ah yes, death. Not on the recommended list. Don't you have anything else?
Afraid not, sir. We're only the infantry, not the SAS.
Well, if that's the case, I shall have to close this battlefield down. The noise levels are well above acceptable levels.
You've got to be kidding. We've got them on the run.
Ah, running. Not recommended. Danger of tripping and falling. Get a nasty bruise.
So what are we meant to do?
You couldn't take them on a drafts or something.
Drafts.
Or dominoes. The actual method of resolving a conflict isn't important.
I'm rubbish at dominoes. Could maybe do a spot of arm wrestling.
Good God, no. You might sprain a muscle.
How do you suggest we go about defeating the enemy, then, sir?
I really don't know. Damn dangerous business, this war stuff. Perhaps we should surrender and get the whole ghastly mess over with.
Yeah, all right. Suits me. Cushy vacation in a POW camp would be right up my street.
Hey, we surrender.
And so ended the career of Major Disaster, the Army's one and only health and safety officer.
Major Disaster received a medal for that act of stupidity and a certificate from the Health and Safety Board. His memory will live forever within the walls of that hallowed institution. But now, to our last sketch, another change of pace as two girls discuss their boyfriends and couldn't possibly be trying to make each other jealous.
So, tell me about this new guy. Ken. Oh, he's gorgeous. Handsome. Huh? I should say. Makes Brad Pitt look like Godzilla. Wow, sounds great. And what a body. Super hot. Oh, you're so bad. He works out every day. Muscles like you wouldn't believe. Is he good in bed? Oh yes, doesn't snore at all. Super. Can he tie his own shoelaces? Oh yes, he's ever so clever. Well, looks like you've struck lucky, Lucy. Where did you meet him? In the library. Oh, he's a big reader. No, he was cleaning the windows. So, he's a window cleaner. No, that's his hobby. He washes windows for a hobby. And collects dog leads. He's a very interesting person. He sounds like an idiot. You're doozy saying that because you don't have a hot boyfriend like my Ken. You're right. A man who collects dog leads is worth his weight in gold. I knew it. I've made you jealous. Does that make you happy? It's what I've wanted since we were at school together. You were always the one who got the hot boys and now I have my Ken. I never knew you felt the way. You were always the best looking girl in class, Faye. That was hardly my fault. I'm not saying it was, but you made me feel small. Not an issue now you have your Superman. Yes, Ken, he makes me feel so good. The pair of you should drop in on my boyfriend, Bob, the test pilot, someday. But why? Because his dog just died and he has a dog lead going spare.
And so there you have it, our animated actors turned up and knew their lines, even if they couldn't show much in the way of emotion. It was fun to do and we hope you enjoyed watching it. Till next time, this has been Sounds Sketchy.